This is that presidential reaction to Summer Game Fest, hosted by Jeff Keighley. Shout out to Jeff Keighley. He's trying really hard. And I'm going to try to give him the benefit of the doubt as to why this show was an utter letdown this year. I think that's because we're still in that sort of post-pandemic phase when it comes to video games, where a lot of games got delayed and pushed out of 2022 into 2023. And if that's the case, that means these devs may not have as much to really show. And to add to that, Jeff Keighley probably couldn't get his hands on as many exclusives or rights to show any content first as he thought he probably could have. So that's probably a big part as to the reason why Summer Games Fest put me to sleep today. It's the man Micah, back with Versatile Plays, back here to continue my rant, subtle rant. Yes, let me know down in the comment section below what you guys thought about Summer Game Fest 2022, hosted by Jeff Keighley. Again, great dude. You could tell he just has a love and passion for video games, and he was probably just as psyched to be there today to talk about video games, period. It's just that a lot of the games weren't hitting. Now, for me, the type of gamer I am, much of that is going to be because I am much more of a AAA game player, much more story, narrative driven. That's me. You got your Marvel's Avengers, of course, but games that I can play third person, maybe first person, but really third person, good story, heavy hitting, 10, 15, 20 hour, 30 hour type games that I can just play linearly for the most part. Or you got your Horizons, of course, which is somewhat open world story narrative. That's what I am. Borderline double A type games, and I'll dabble in indie games from time to time, but that's only if they look really, really good. Case in point, today, Genshin Impact developer had a couple games, Zenless Zone Zero, and then another one which was like Honkai Corral or something like that. That looked pretty cool, but neither one of those really grabbed me in. They kind of reminded me of Scarlet Nexus, a game that I still haven't actually got to play yet. But overall, the indie games weren't really hitting like that. They started off with Street Fighter 6, where we got a little bit more look into some gameplay from that, which looks good. We didn't actually get more of the new aspect of Street Fighter 6 in regards to like the MMO portion of it, or the online mode portion, the My Park, if you will. So that was somewhat of a letdown. We got some more of the Callisto Protocol. Looks just like Dead Space. I wish games weren't trying so hard to be like extra gory and all that kind of stuff, because I think that game would have been a great jump scare type game. And then of course, those who play Call of Duty, you got your Modern Warfare 2 coming to next gen, and of course graphics period just look astounding now. So it was just amazing to see and how normal it feels. It's like expected, and even then it still can blow you away at how realistic, how nice and clean graphics are. That's what opened up Summer Game Fest, and it ended with Neil Druckmann and Naughty Dog, Ashley Johnson and Troy Baker showing up to talk about Last of Us Part 1 Remake and the Last of Us Factions or multiplayer game that they have in the works that they're not quite ready to show yet. We'll hear more about it next year. And that I believe tomorrow, as in Friday, June 10th, is the last day of filming for the Last of Us TV show. So that's what ended the show. There's another game called Routine that also looked pretty cool. And then you had the Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge that actually looks kind of neat to play. I like that old school style 2D platform. Outside of that, there really wasn't anything worth talking about. I literally fell asleep in the last like 10-15 minutes of the show, but I was just steadily getting more and more sleepy, trying to stay awake. My wife definitely went to sleep throughout the show, and it was tough to get through, unfortunately. And I really do feel like a lot of the games that we were expecting this year that got delayed, that's part of the reason why we didn't get a lot of showcasing for that. Plus, Xbox has their showcase on Sunday, so anything that we probably would have saw is probably going to be in Xbox's showcase. Sony had theirs last week, so we already kind of got the looks at games from them. They did decide to hold their bigger game for Jeff Keighley's Summer Game Fest with The Last of Us Part 1 Remake, which looks completely different than the remastered version of The Last of Us. So seeing that come to next gen or current gen is pretty nice. But yeah, it's just we still have events between tomorrow. Well, we have was it Devolvers tonight if they haven't went already, and then you have well, Day of the Devs, I believe, continues between today and potentially tomorrow's Friday. You got Saturday, and then of course Sunday is Xbox and Bethesda. So that's what we can look forward to. And I believe we're gonna get another Sony showcase probably later in the year, fallish, because of God of War Ragnarok, Forspoken, games that are coming out later in the year. I think 2023 is gonna be the bigger year in terms of Summer Game Fest, E3, and the like, because of the amount of games that got pushed to 2023, as well as the games that were already coming out in 2023. We know we're getting Marvel Spider-Man 2 next year as well, and we may also finally get another glimpse into what Wolverine looks like, as well as mentioned before, Neil Druckmann not promising but saying we will hear a lot more about the Last of Us multiplayer game next year. So I think next year is going to be way more solid in terms of Summer Game Fest, but this year there aren't a lot of games coming out, and it's kind of like the indies time to kind of shine as the AAA games are kind of cooking, so to speak. But yeah, not that great of a show, unfortunately, to kick off this video games week. Now, Netflix has their event tomorrow with Jeff Keighley, I believe, as well, or he's at least streaming it on the Game Awards YouTube channel. That can be exciting just because of, we know there's a Cyberpunk series coming out, Arcane. We may get another look at Arcane Season 2. We may get another look at Stranger Things Season 4 Part 2, and other things that's coming out in the realm of Netflix. So I think it's exciting from that perspective. But in terms of video games, I wouldn't get too hyped on. Just yeah, I'm still sleepy from from the Summer Game Fest. It's kind of crazy. So let me know down in the comment section below what you guys thought about Summer Game Fest, and if you're looking forward to any other showcase throughout this next week. I'll be interested to see your thoughts in the comment section below. But again, as always, if you guys haven't already, make sure you like the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so that way you notice my videos on my live streams. So that way we sit back and see what's cracking. It's your man Mike is signing out. Until the next video or live stream. The red light says it all. It's a no for me, dog. Wait for it and keep it gaming.